What's good, YouTube? So look, we're back with another video, and today I'm doing on my boy Ryan. Today he's gonna get a high taper. This is what he came in looking like, and we're about to transform him. That being said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and turn post notifications on for you to get notified for the daily content when I'll be uploading. So first, you can see that currently I am picking out his hair. This is something that you want to do because his hair was all like compacted, so I just wanted to make sure that the hair is fully picked out so I know what I'm working with. As you can see, this is the first step I'm doing. You set your ball guideline in. You do from the top of the bottom, I would say like the top from the ear to where the bottom of the lineup of the vertical bar. That's where you set it in. And I'm not gonna even lie, you guys, this is one of the hardest cuts I had to do. I don't know what it was, but his hair, it just wasn't, it wasn't laying down the way that I wanted it to lay down. So at the end of the day, we got the job done, but it was hard. I had to work on some steps. I had to stay at certain spots for longer than what I expected, but at the end of the day, we got the job done and the client liked it. So as you guys can see, I opened up the lever fully and I worked my way down, and you see me just take out that line with the trimmers. Right now, this is my 1.5 guard all the way open, and I'm scooping out. Just staying consistent. And you guys can see with my comb, I'm combing it just to lift the hair off the skin. And I'm just staying consistent. And that's another thing, you guys. Make sure you guys be confident in your work. You're going to get all different types of hair, all different types of the way it grows and everything. And, our job as barbers, we're supposed to know and, give the client what he wants. So don't panic. Just follow your steps and just, trust the process. Don't be in a rush to just, get your client out the seat. But sometimes some haircuts are going to take longer than others. But as long as you go back and look at your work, like what I'm doing, and see the mistakes or see where you could have did better at, that's all that matters. So right here, I got my one guard on, and I'm just staying consistent. I'm not really talking too much about one guard closed open because in other videos I've been basically telling you guys on my steps. My steps haven't changed. So right here, I picked out the hair, and then to blend in with the taper, I go with the grain. And as you guys can see, you've seen how I just created that small little transition. And then after that, since I did closed, I opened up the blade and I'm going against the grain, just to create that little transition, that separation. Now what I can say on my work, I feel like I did take up the high taper a little too high. It should be sitting at an angle, and you guys can see how it's sitting at an arch. So that was my bad, but it's always room for an improvement. The haircut still came out good. And then right here, I'm taking out that last line. For you guys will probably use the half guard for beginner barbers. Since I've been cutting for a minute and I know my clippers, I know that I could use that open blade and just corner work. And then right here, I didn't like how I was laying down, so what I did was I used the clipper over the comb method just to try to get better at I'm just trying every technique so I could get it down to laying how it is. And you guys can see I'm not saying that I wasn't having trouble with his taper, but I'm trying to get it down to lay down how I want it. Because at the end of the day, that's what I take pride in. And now we're on to the back taper. The back taper is the same steps as the side taper. You go lever open and then work your way down halfway, close, trimmer, and then we go 1.5 guard, and then we go 1.5 close, and then we work our way down. And then it'll be a smooth transition. That is my fade down system. If you guys want to learn more, go look at my recent video. My recent video that I just dropped probably about like 4 or 5 days ago. That is explaining on how I, take out each guideline, and everything is way better than fading up, in my opinion. Because you could take off too much hair, but you can never put too much hair back on. So right here, I'm just debulking before I go ahead and I go in. And I'm just combing the hair down. And then right here, I'm going with the grain so that I get that smooth transition. And then I go right beneath it. And I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, the back taper was hard as well. I don't know what it was. You can see I'm positioning my clipper every single angle, but the back taper was one of the hardest things for me. And I've been cutting hair for a cool little minute, over like 2 years. So you see on the left side of his hair, it grows in a certain direction. It doesn't go straight down, it grows at an angle. So every time I'm hitting that side, I have to literally angle my clipper that way. And then right here, I'm with my one guard fully open. Not going all the way up, but I'm cleaning up what the 1.5 guard did leave. That's what I'm cleaning up. So I may go up in a little bit of sections, but that's where your barber eye has to come into play. And guys, this is very important. Just stay consistent. Trust the process, especially for you young barbers, and I still consider myself a young barber. Don't put a lot of stress. Don't put a lot of don't put yourself down because your fades aren't coming out the way you want. Because at the end of the day, what barbers don't tell you is that you need to have a lot of, I wouldn't even say clients, but a lot of reps, because practice makes better, not perfect. Because you can always improve, especially in this industry. And I'm not nowhere that I want to be, but at the end of the day, every single day I'm watching a YouTube video on how to get better. Whether it's cutting hair, whether it's filming, whether it's taking better quality photos, whether it's, how can I be better etiquette with my barber business. It's so many factors besides just cutting hair what makes you a top level barber. So keep that in mind, you guys. And this channel, I'm here to bring you all the gems and all with just straight wisdom of my journey and the things that I had to figure out, because at one point I was in your shoes and you guys are looking for answers. You guys feel free to hit me up in my DM on Instagram. Leave a comment below on any questions that you have, because closed mouths don't get fed, and I may have that question for you. So right here, even though I just did a little bit of talking, now we at the last step before we move on. This lever open. Some of you guys go use your half guard. You guys will get that last line out. You guys may not see pretty good, but at the end of the day, I'm using my headlamp, because I like to have extra light in. And then right here, I didn't like how the fade at the top was coming out. So what I did clip over comb just to try to, you know, smoothen out, create a better transition for the taper. And this is my raking method. I'm just trying to tame the hair, just to lay down a certain way. And then I'm just detailing right now, just detail work. And even though I said the back taper was one of the hardest, it still came out crispy and good. And then what I did for the taper on the left side, that's what I'm going to be doing on the taper on the right side. So I just want you guys to just sit there and just listen to me and just listen and watch me work. So look, lever open, staying consistent with that line, going up about 1 inch. After lever open, I drop my clipper down a little bit. I go halfway. And then I go fully closed. And then I take out that line with that trimmer. Whatever you set your guideline in, your first ball guideline, that is exactly what you take it out. And if you guys have 0 gap clippers, not trimmers, 0 gap clippers, those work as well. My clippers are 0 gap, so sometimes you'll see me not use my trimmer that much. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. So right here, I'm with my 1 guard all the way open. I'm just staying consistent. And then I go with the grain. And with his hair, you have to keep cutting just to get that transition. Not a lot of hair is going to come off just because of how his texture of his hair. He has probably like 4C, 4B hair. So I have to literally run the clipper through his hair a few times for it to just fully cut. But at the end of the day, we're getting the job done, and that's all that matters. And the client was very, very satisfied. Right here, you know, I'm just knocking at that line. And I'm using my raking method again. And I'm trying to use some little bit of detail work before I go ahead and I take out that fully line. And there you go, as you guys can see, raking method. And I'm just using really all my corner work. Because if you guys don't know, the lever open is literally the same as the 0.5 guard fully closed. And barbers will not tell you that. And that's the crazy part. And what I do know is that like the Andis Masters, since the blade for the Andis Masters is longer than any blade off of a clipper, the Andis Masters fully open lever is actually a little bit longer and keeps a little bit more hair on than the 0.5 guard fully closed. So that's another gem that I'm giving you guys. So as you guys can see, you know, it's pretty much like the fade, the taper, I keep saying fade, the fade, taper, all the same thing, but the taper on this side is pretty much done. I'm just trying to, you know, perfect the blend on my liking, because that's what it's all about. I want my client to feel like he's getting a celebrity cut. So I have to do what I gotta do to make sure that I like the way his hair is laying down. Because I take pride in making a client feel special. From how they came in looking versus how they came in versus how they're leaving. So right here, I take my 1 guard. I do this for everybody. 1 guard fully closed. This is to preserve the hairline. If you didn't know. And I do it for the front hairline, so that the haircut lasts longer. what I use right here and what you guys see me use was some alcohol, and I blow dried it. This is my lineup prep, and then I came back with my got to be glued hairspray, and then you see me blow drying it. I'm taking my time. Don't rush this process. You have to let the hair fully dry. And you're going to see me come out with a crispy hairline with no enhancements at first. But per client request, he did ask for enhancements. But you will see his hairline is very, very crispy. And on his hairline, as I was watching the video, my camera, I noticed that my camera was literally slanted. And I don't know why. Maybe because the camera was on the tripod leaning a certain way, so it made the hairline look like as if it was slanted a little bit. But trust me, you guys, the hairline wasn't slanted. But you guys will see what I'm talking about. You guys can see on that right side, he kind of has a light spot, but that doesn't matter. You can see that my Babyliss trimmers that I'm using is still getting the job done. Look how crispy that line is, that lineup work. And I'm just taking my time, hitting the line, looking back a little, taking a step back, going back in. Because the taper, you guys remember that the taper could be, when you start it now, not too good. But if you mess up the hairline, the whole haircut is messed up. And you see that neckline, how I'm doing? It's so crispy. Oh my goodness. Beautiful work of art. You can see that neckline. Crispy. That nape area, look. Use my corner of the blade as I go around the ear. And I'm cleaning up everything else. Very, very, very crispy. And I'm doing the same side. Same thing on the left side. I just want you guys to just watch. Watch me work. Everything crispy. See, I'm hitting that line again, cleaning up all the stragglers behind it. And then right here, stretch the skin for his beard work or even underneath. The hair will come out a lot quicker and a lot easier. If you guys have clippers that are nagging the clients, do the thing that I just did. And then right here, I'm adding my enhancements. Me personally, how I tried every enhancement, and this is literally the best, honestly, because literally you don't have to keep on putting in the Tomb 45 paint and whatever. You can just get the can, take the can off, shake it a couple times, and it's ready to go. It's not too messy or any of that. So that's why I switched to it. But you guys can see what I'm talking about. How I was saying earlier. But it's all good. At the end of the day, my client liked it. And, he would have seen, if it wasn't right. But it's straight. You guys, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. Support me, man. Share my video, repost it, watch it again, trying to hit 500 subscribers, trying to get monetized. I'm doing this month to month, daily free haircut for free content. So you know, everyone that supported me, I salute you and I thank you for all the love and support. And then right here, I put some mousse in his hair just to, you know, soften it up and, you know, style it a little bit better. And then I'm going in with my trimmers and I'm hitting up his goatee and I'm hitting his mustache. And with that being said, you guys, this is the final cut. You know, you guys seen how he came in looking versus how he's leaving. And this is the final cut. You know, fresh, cool little taper. You know, who didn't want a free haircut, you know? And that's all it's about. I'm out.